Well, you see him on the CBS Evening News traveling the world to tell other people's stories. Now David Begnaud is telling his own as he opens up about overcoming Tourette syndrome. Tourette's is a neurological disorder that involves involuntary repetitive movements and vocalizations, commonly referred to as tics. As a child, Begnaud changed elementary schools 4 times because the symptoms made him a target for bullying. On tonight's Health Beat, I talk with Begnaud about why he's sharing his story and how it's raising awareness. But why did you choose to come forward with this story?
I didn't want to. I didn't choose to. It chose me in a way, and I'll tell you how it came about. My college magazine was doing a cover profile on me. I gave the commencement address at the university where I graduated from, and they wanted to do an article, so they did. And they interviewed, as part of the story, one of my mentors who said to the writer of the article, you know, I'm really proud of David for overcoming Tourette's. And so the writer called me and he said, you don't have to talk about this. I don't mean to offend you by asking, but do you have Tourette's? And I said, I do. And he said, do you want to talk about it? Brady, I wanted to talk about this for one reason. I wanted to help other people, pure and simple. I'm not ashamed of having Tourette's. I refuse to call it a disability. It is a neurological disorder that often manifests itself in tics. And I'll tell you what some of my tics are. I twist my head to the right quite a bit. Sometimes I don't notice it until my neck starts to hurt. I also have a tic where I dart my tongue to the right and I make a vibrating sound, and then I blow out of my nose. It's a little sniff. It sounds like this. You otherwise wouldn't know. But those are my tics.
The entertainment industry, movies and TV, will use Tourette's as a comical device when it's not, and often people think that it's just something that makes you swear. But that's not the case, and is that why it's so important to have these conversations and make people aware of what it really is?
Look, Brady, there are people who have severe cases where they swear, they throw their hands up in the air, and I don't want to diminish their stories either. Mine is a much more mild case, right? But there are people who have severely debilitating cases where they are disabled, can't work, really are embarrassed or ashamed to go anywhere, and my heart goes out to them. And telling my story is for them and for people like me and for other folks who haven't even been diagnosed. Maya Angelou used to say, Brady, tell on yourself. Don't wait for other people to tell your story, your news. You do it. It has a way of freeing you, and I definitely feel free since disclosing my Tourette's diagnosis.
That was a very Oprah-like moment you just had. I like it.
You know how much I like Oprah.
One of the last things I can think of, a lot of kids struggle with a lot. They hide a lot. It could be Tourette's, it could be something else where they don't feel like they belong and they feel isolated. Does it touch you knowing that maybe by speaking up about this, you are helping other kids be a little braver?
One of the biggest joys for me that can come from this is knowing that a child feels comfortable enough to say to someone, I have Tourette's. That would bring me such joy to know that. Whether the kid is gay, whether they have Tourette's, whether they have dyslexia, whether they have Asperger's, whatever it is, Brady, we all have a little something that makes us unique. We all have a little something that if we shared with other people would probably embarrass us. But we all have something that is a part of our story that makes us unique. And what I have learned in life is that when you tell your story, you have the ability to motivate other people to tell theirs. That's what I love to do, and that's why I wanted to share my story.
And I have to say, David Begnaud is a very nice guy. Loved getting to talk with him. To learn more about Tourette syndrome and to find resources, we've posted a link to the Tourette Association of America at KELOLAND.com.